Hello, everyone. This is Scratch and Jack, your host for the Amazing Scale Modelers Sunday Hangout. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus community of scale modelers of all shapes and sizes, genres, and interests, and of course, skill levels, who like to share their tips and tricks with one another, learn more about their craft, or perhaps even to celebrate one another's scale modeling achievements. And Amazing Scale Modelers is, I'd say, it's the fastest growing or the largest kind of scale modeling community of its kind. We include everybody, paper, plastic, wood, as well as sci-fi to autos to military. And we've gotten such a good response. Currently, we have 1,980 members. We had 81. I'm not sure what happened to the one. But today, joining us are members of Amazing Scale Modelers and some of the best, well, let's just get started. How you doing, James?
I'm doing. Yeah, Jay or me? Yeah.
You, James.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing fine there, Jack. I've been plugging away at the beginning of the skinning the top of my saucer section
For your Enterprise E.
for my Enterprise E.
Nice.
And I'll put some pictures up here.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, that's when I fit. Earlier this week, I finished the top section of the saucer.
Oh, it's the top section.
Not the bottom section. The bottom.
Oh, that's the bottom section. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom.
And.
Very cool. Very cool.
And now I'm starting to skin the top.
Uh-huh.
First I had to put the edge piece all around. And that gives also a place to glue the skins in. The top skins, so get the first top skin in.
Uh-huh.
What takes so doggone long is that you can only do like between each rib and then wait for it to dry before you can get in.
That's, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So it's like this. So you can do this one piece at a time, getting it glued in place.
Sure.
Sure.
So that's the second layer.
How many layers?
7, I think.
Sorry, Heath, I got to do this.
Yeah. So I think it's 7 layers. This is the third layer when I was starting to put that one in.
Uh-huh.
And that's where I'm at right now with the third layer done.
Oh, wow.
I just started cutting out the fourth layer.
So what do you do? Well, how long does it take to dry, and what do you do in that time?
Well, go do something else. Basically it's clamp it in place and then wait 20 minutes before I can...
20 minutes?
Yeah.
And what glue do you use? Use the
I use
tacky glue?
Aleene's tacky glue.
Aleene's tacky glue. Yeah, that dries pretty quick. Yeah.
So this is where I'm at right now.
Wow. Got enough there to cut out. Got enough there to cut out. Yeah. But the paper looks pretty forgiving, nonetheless. Would that be a good statement to make?
It is. It gives you a lot of the ability to shape it and to bend it as it's required in order to get your fit.
Uh-huh. And if you were to glue something and it cures overnight and you go, oops.
You can cut it free.
What happens then?
You can cut it free.
Okay.
Nice sharp blade along, because this is all edge glued. The layers are all edge glued, so it's not that hard to get a knife in right down the edge to free it up if you have to.
The reason I said that, when you're working with plastic models, you get a lot of, honey, what's this in the freezer? Yeah, when you're doing plastic models, you can put in a freezer to pull them apart. Of course, if it's relatively fresh, you can. Even if it's relatively old, you can do that. It's a good technique. But yeah, you get a lot of that. So yeah, that's turning out really cool there, James. Well, nice job. Really nice job. If this is going to be anything like your previous, it's going to be phenomenal.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it comes out fine.
I hope so too. So let's move over to Heath since he's moved over to his own room.
Yes. Sorry about that. The little girl doesn't know when to be quiet.
It's okay. It's Monday morning.
A very early Monday morning.
Is she still going to school yet?
No, she's on school holidays at the moment, so she goes back next week. She goes back to school next week. So.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Day 12. Actually, no, day 11 before moving.
Yeah.
And we got a skip coming tomorrow, and we'll be getting rid of some junk.
Nice.
And what I mean junk, I don't mean my models. Heaven forbid.
Well, that would not be true with me. It would be my models, yes. So I wouldn't be chucking out my models unless they were how shall I say, broken, you could say. But it's nice to see you, Jay. I haven't spoken to you in a while, my friend.
Well, it's nice to see the top of your head.
So moving on to Jay. How you doing, Jay? You're getting better.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I've been working on a couple of major things, one of which is rearranging and cleaning the shop. And if you had seen it beforehand, well, you'd know why I've been missing. Health-wise, doing better. It's been a bit of a struggle, but things are going good. I've been watching a lot of the Adam Savage One Day Build and Adam Savage things on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I got kind of inspired because his attitude. Of course, you've got to have some drawers for things, but his attitude basically is that drawers are where things go to die. You know. And so he's a big one for keeping things out. The things you use a lot, keeping them out in the open. Don't put them in a drawer so you have to, dig at it to grab at them. And I've been modifying a few things here. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with different kinds of ultraviolet set glue.
Oh, nice.
And I've been doing a lot of little stuff. For people who keep asking me, when is the show coming back on? It really will be. I've just been, it's been juggling. I've been juggling a lot of things, and some of it's personal. Some people know about, but anyway. Unfortunately for everybody out there, I am back, and I'm planning to stay. So.
That's not unfortunate, Jay. Go. Jeez.
Oh, I did finish the Kylo Ren helmet. I did finish the Kylo Ren helmet, and I will go get it. Well, actually, almost finished. I've got to go over some of the silver parts yet.
He's going to get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't he go get it?
The silver parts are too shiny, so I'm gonna buff over them with some steel wool.
Good idea.
I forgot. I gotta take my glasses off when I wear this thing.
Well, in the meanwhile, having dead air, I was just showing. Oh, there it is.
It's Kylo Ren. Run, Scarpa.
How does this look?
It's very cool.
Hang on.
It's significantly better than when it showed up because it was black plastic, and it's not supposed to be black. It's actually a gunmetal color. This part up here is more silver, and I'm not sure how well it's coming out on the camera, but all this silver here needs to be taken down a little bit. So anyway,
I'll take him.
I didn't do a lot of work back here because the fact is he's got a hood that he wears over it almost all the time.
Yeah.
So.
I'll tell you what. You showed that person again, I'll take him.
You're probably more skilled at it than he is. So.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's really cool. You were also doing a day list too, or you're
Yeah,
not
I've been
describing
working on that actually, and standing parts down and stuff. I have been keeping up on the data list because I want to get it. Well, the thing that scares me, it's like all these 350 scale spaceships. Where the hell am I going to put them once they're done? You know?
Yeah, you know what? That's the same thing. The same issue I'm having. The same issue I'm having with my 350. Where the heck am I going to put it?
I mean, I've got a 2-foot diameter Jupiter 2, and 2 feet does not sound like that big.
But it is.
Draw a 2-foot circle, and you'll see just how big that actually is.
Yeah, that would be about like this.
It's a little bigger than that actually, and it's pretty enormous. So where am I going to put that when it's done? I don't know.
Right.
Although I do.
The constant struggle. The constant.
If you want room, you can always ship it to me. I have a lot of room to display them, but the downfall of that, I will pay for it.
There we go. Yeah.
I think the downfall might be getting them back.
Well, for you maybe, but I will claim them that they're mine. Anyway,
well,
did you see?
One model that.
So, Jay, did you see the Across the Pond from yesterday?
I have not watched it. I believe it or not, I downloaded it so I can watch it on my tablet, but I have not watched it yet.
Okay. The reason I say that, what are friends for to make you miserable? Anyway, this might look familiar from James's.
Hello.
James Bell, this is the 1400 scale. They convinced me to be cutting a buttload of holes.
Cutting the windows out.
So look how many windows are on just on the top of this thing. There's some on the bottom of the thing and on the secondary hull too. And I got to admit, I'm not doing such a shabby job. Let me see if you'll focus for me.
You're doing all right there, Jack.
That's looking good.
There we go, and I'm working on that row right there.
One little hint I got from Simon that is actually very, very helpful is when you're cutting the windows out, they don't have to be absolutely perfect, as long as your masking is good when you paint it.
Yes.
Masking?
Because when you mask them, when you mask those areas, you know, I assume you're going to be filling that with dental acrylic or something.
I'm going to be filling it. I do have dental acrylic, but I don't. It's getting pretty old. It's 2 years old now. I don't know if that gets old.
It should still work.
But I think though, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do a final paint on it for the most part. And dental acrylic is horrible, and paint and dental acrylic don't get along very well.
Well, yeah, that's that solvent that melts the dental acrylic will melt. You could use that as model glue. So.
And also, I think the crystal clear or Elmer's glue would be just fine.
Okay, well then you want to make your windows. Yeah, then you want to make your windows as good as possible.
Yeah, because I'm going to gloss it all up once it's all done, then put the windows in, and then dull coat it. That's how it's going to end up being having to be, because in the past I've done the masking bit. It's,
well, if you think cutting out 1,400 windows is a pain in the butt, try masking 1,400 windows.
Right, masking would be very, very difficult, but for Simon, bless his precious little heart, that's not going to work here. So, I think the lesson here is that you do what works best, and find out how people do it. Mm-hmm. And you'll see that there's a variety of people that even glue two pieces of plastic together very differently. Mm-hmm. So even with a simple, basic thing like that, I think that's a pretty cool. That's what makes the hobby more of an art, because you learn your capabilities, you learn your techniques, and you pick the ones that work best for you.
Oh, absolutely. That when I've been building things, there are times, I mean, you look over the instructions, you test fit it, you do things, and then you go, that's not going to work for what I'm doing, and then you end up doing it a different way that works fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or
Yeah,
screws up. Or screws up.
James,
there is that.
And James even suggested yesterday to invest in some jeweler's files and the like.
Yeah.
But I have made this. This is a piece of 1000 grit sandpaper that I folded and cut right past the fold, and it makes a clever little file.
Yeah.
I think anything sturdier than this, I think I would screw up. I would really much screw up.
I actually
I'm a heavy hand when it comes to files.
I actually made a set of files here specifically for cutting windows out of models.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I used a belt grinder to grind them to the way I wanted, and then I heat treated them, and they work. But yeah, it's again modifying what you have, because those were not jeweler's files. Those were just some small modelers files that I modified.
But you'd be surprised at how just making this work so well. I'm going to show you a row of windows that's not quite finished.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one on that row, where is it? There it is, right here.
Yeah.
And I'm working on the last window there. You see, it's not quite shaped right yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But using this sandpaper very gently, you may think that filing would take off like a lot, like a dust, but
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how little you need to file to get the right shape, because our eyes are sensitive to proportion.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is just, I'm not talking about like atoms worth of filing, but certainly not like you would consider like filing,
Yeah.
But
my biggest pet peeve about doing that is getting rid of the little fuzzies that tend to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they end up on the back side of it.
Yeah.
See if I get this.
Yeah, just take your tongue and lick them off.
I've done a lot of things with my models, but licking them is not one I think I've ever come across.
No, neither have I.
But
It gets rid of the fuzzy.
It's very definitely taking that whole,
Yeah. Something that works fine is using. I use a stiff dabbing brush, and I find that works nice for getting the dust particles and that off.
Yeah, that would work. Or a stiff toothbrush, firm toothbrush would do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see how many seconds delay there is with Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hey, I don't know how many seconds delayed there is. It's weird.
Well, I'm going to say 1, and then you say 1 afterwards. 1.
Well, there's the light.
So 1. See, it's a delay. So how you doing, Mike?
I think he's just screwing with
I'm
you.
delayed.
I know he's screwing with me. I know he is.
I'm delayed to see you. No.
Oh,
I
that's
repainted
beautiful.
this.
Oh, you're wagging.
It's the second
Yeah.
full paint job.
Looks like a Mary Kay car.
And there's a spot up in here. It seems to grab all the pearlescent in, and I don't understand. It's been primed and reprimed and sanded, and it looks okay to the naked eye, but the camera, when I took a picture of it, it said, "Oh, look at this crap."
Is that the resin body?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes with resin, there is just one little area on it that continually leaks oil. Almost no matter how much you sand, you wash it and everything. Sometimes there's just this little tiny bit that you'd swear is just gushing something that screws your paint up all the time. It's something that I run into with resin.
Yeah, it looks like a little, like frost.
Yeah.
Does this? It looks like frost.
Yeah.
And it's been in the purple pond. It's been reprimed. It's been sanded and reprimed, and it's still coming through.
Mm.
It's really aggravating. And you don't see it so much with the naked eye, but when I took a picture of it, it shows real. So what I'm thinking of doing is washing this again. Just wash it with warm, soapy water and priming right over this pink stuff and see if I can't get it to seal. I put some future on it, and all I did was make it worse.
Mm.
Hot soapy water will take future off, you know.
Yeah.
I can't get it too hot because it is a resin.
That's a Jimmy Flintstone piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does incredible stuff. So you know that type of thing is rare. But anybody who's using resin and such, sometimes there's just a little bit that constantly oozes and such. I've run into that with a couple of resin props and stuff too. You know that you just, no matter how many times you clean them, no matter how well you clean them, there's one or two little spots that just will not cooperate.
Hey, Jay,
I know
how
I
did you go-
sanded this with. Go ahead.
Sorry, Mike. You go ahead, mate. Sorry.
I've sanded this multiple times. Like I said, it's been in the purple pond. That should pull any damn stuff out, but it didn't.
Should.
I used. I'll keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I did get some other work done. I got some different work done.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ah. Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Oh, there you go. Very cool.
Cherry bombs on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. This is the 49 Mercury Woody. This is what this is for.
Nice.
And then I had to mix the color for the leather seats myself. I could not find a Vallejo that was even close to what I needed, so I had to mix it myself. And if I nick it, I'm in deep trouble because I don't have anything. I don't know how I mixed. But as far as everything that's going in the engine compartment, that's in there. I got to touch up the battery. They've molded the battery cable connectors in, and they can be touched up with silver. And then they molded the 3 caps for a 6-volt battery. They've molded them in, and I can touch them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's got horns,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is kind of cute. They put the horns. It's not a bad kit. There are some things that you have to not follow the instructions. You're saying, Jay. There's some things you have to do different in different orders. Otherwise, when it comes time to put this other object in, it won't fit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, positively must put in the. You have to put the exhaust in first before you even put the engine in it. Otherwise, it just will not line up. And if there's a lot of things you got to do not according to the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned it the hard way by having to take it back out.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my exhaust, reassembling it with super glue and that, but I did it because I covered it up pretty well. But I could put a mirror under it and get away with it. I think I could put a mirror under it. I'm pretty sure. The wood graining. I was gonna.
What's that, Heath?
I was just asking
Couldn't
Jay
hear
if
you.
he managed to finish his Battlestar Galactica prop, his blaster.
I have not, because I'm molding some parts from it and making them clear so that I can actually make it fire or flash when it fires.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But that's
I haven't spoken to you in that long.
Yeah, that's sitting over on the table waiting for me to get off my ass and do something.
I have something to talk about.
Okay.
I would like to ask you guys, well, I'd like to see if, well, let's put it this way. I wish I can get a hold of John Petrie because he did an incredible paint job.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
It's like, okay, how did you do that? The only thing I can think of was doing it masks and in layers.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is not a good picture. Here's a, no, it's not exactly a good picture.
Look at that.
He was trying to show off the Aztecing.
Yeah, he's got the metallics in there. Yeah, the iridescent colors.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Much better. And
how in the, I mean, I'm going to do that with mine. How in the hell do they do it?
This, if I were to zoom in, like, oh, not that much. I'm glad he does a very highly pixelated. Right there. To me, this looks like it's right out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. The lights aren't too bright. They're dimmed down just right.
Very cool work.
Oh, look at that.
And this too is very reminiscent of the movie too.
Yeah.
Very good lighting techniques here.
I think he's using Ralph's refit lights. I think. I don't know.
And he's got a couple of people hanging out there. Very good. Very good.
Unbelievable.
This particular part of the kit is I find pretty awkwardly useless because it dips down as you go further back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you can do all this work and not see anything of it. And some people would have the shuttle bay doors closed and have the shuttle bay displayed separately. So this too is very much very reminiscent of the movie, the way the lighting is.
Yeah.
He's done an incredible job.
Yeah, he's been working on it for quite a while, too.
Yeah, that's what I understand. He's worked on it for quite a long time.
I mean, look at that. That's amazing. He had to actually. I taught him the other day. He actually had to paint.
Yeah, because the decals fell apart on him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had to paint the phaser banks in.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. Oh, too far. He painted the red. You're talking about the red that he painted.
He's actually talking about the whole.
The whole thing, because he couldn't use the decals because they fell apart.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. No kidding. So we had to use the paint, the gold, and the red and stuff like that.
Even if you're not a fan, you have to appreciate the paint. An incredible job.
He's got it. John's got it so spot on. It's not funny.
Did he use Lou's masks or someone else's?
I think so. Yeah, when I talked to him, he said he used Lou's Aztecs. So yeah, he basically got lose Aztecs and basically Ralph's lights, and or unless he's, I don't know about the lights, but I think he might have done them himself. But with the Aztecs, he definitely went through Lou.
Okay, yeah, that's and also too, I would be interested if you used the water base or the, is it the shellac?
I don't know.
There's the lacquer based ones.
Oh, lacquer base, lacquer
Yeah.
base, lacquer
You know
base.
what? When I do my 350, that's going to be the hardest thing. Doing those
I
Aztecs.
know testers make iridescent too. I have not bought any. I should buy some and play with it, see what it's
Yeah.
like.
You can also use Goldens, which are art acrylics, and they have iridescent powders and as well as Gizo to add with the paints to give for iridescence.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well,
it
I
is
know one thing- I know one
because
thing.
I originally I was thinking that people were getting them from a taxidermy place.
Well,
They
that is-
they were at one time, but there's other sources now.
Yeah, there's that is basically the only place that you can find the real stuff that they used in the movie is from the taxidermy stuff, because they're used for like painting fish and things like that.
Dead fish. Yeah, dead fish.
I've never painted dead fish. Of course, I've never painted a live fish either, so.
But that build is like it took him a long time. I understand that it took him a long time. Does anybody know how long?
Probably about three. Well, what I said to John is what John said to me is he started it last year.
Yeah, like in let's just after summer, I think in the fall he started it.
Really? Well, so I was thinking long time would be a year or two, but that's only been, well, that's
6
still
months.
a long time. That's still a long time. That's still a long time. And who's joining us today? How you doing, Wayne?
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
That's right.
Hey, Wayne.
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, no, someone's got a cold.
I'm fine, thank
Someone
you.
not well.
You got the spring cold.
Yeah, I've got the hay fever.
Oh, yeah, that's not fun either. This is the time of year. So let's talk more about paint. Alex Dahm is another person that I.
I've got to go, guys. My battery's going down, running out. So,
Okay, Heath.
All right. Bye, Heath.
all right,
Be
I'll
well.
talk to you all later.
Buddy.
Talk to you later.
Okay, paint.
Paint.
Bye, Heath.
Oh, I can't zoom in. I wanted to zoom in on this.
I think paint is a good thing.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a nice job on that car.
Okay, I guess we're gonna stick with this. I can't zoom in, but yes, very, very good job. Looks brand spanking new. And he's even lit it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Even the dashboard's lit.
Yep, the dashboards are lit too. Wow.
Ah, he put the steering wheel on the wrong side.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect, Jay. No, even modelers. I thought in Germany they drive on the right side, but I guess they don't. This is very misleading. Oh, it's a Nissan. That's why. This is a Tamiya.
No. That's a Nissan. Yeah,
Huh?
you can't get them in Canada. That car there you can't get in Canada or United States. You have to import gray market.
Oh.
Skyline, yeah.
Skyline, you can't get them. Well, you can. There's guys that got them. Smoking tire, one take. Skyline, and you'll see how hard it is.
Well, you see how he's got it plugged in there?
Expensive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd love to have seen him do wire this thing. Love to have seen him wire this thing. So he's using looks like a set of 4 double A's or triple A's, the double A's.
Well, yeah. Well, it's at least a bank of 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the LEDs, all they need is 3
Yeah.
in series to make it 3 volts for the headlights. But for the tail lights, it should be maybe 1. But I don't know. He could use white as long as he colors the clear parts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have seen him do this. Love to have seen him do this. But you know, one of my goals is to be successful at lighting a car like that. And I have seen somebody else's use Ralph's circuit board
Yeah.
with the turn signals, low beams, high beams. Yeah, I mean that's I'd like to get one of them done too, but it'll be a Mustang. I already know which one I want to make into a lit car, but it's just a matter of getting the technique down. So Wayne, what are you working on?
Well, I started my first modern tank, the British Challenger Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
The desertized, tell me a desertized one, but it's primed in black at the minute, so you can't see much.
Uh-huh.
But I used a automotive spray can primer
Uh-huh.
for that one. So that's about the first modern armour I've done. Also got a Tiger tank, late model, working on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is at camo stage. And I've got to paint all the trenching tools and everything on it.
Mm-hmm.
Put the tracks on. And where's that? But also, see that? It's the
Armored
eight-wheeled
car.
Oh wow.
armoured car.
Wow.
That's another team up with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did Tamiya buy that company?
I don't exactly know. I think they're doing a load of team ups, but seems to be doing a lot. Sammy and Nat are doing lots of kits together now.
Uh-huh.
Redoing old kits. I've also got a kit on order, M48, M46 pan tank from Cyber Hobbies, £20.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Korean one with the dragon with the tiger face on it.
Oh gosh, I lost my place. I'm sorry. I'm looking for pictures.
So the last thing I posted was that KV2 I did.
I think you were talking about starting a Chaffee too.
Yeah, that's I've just I got that one. That's another one. That's another team up.
Well, it's another collaboration.
Yeah. So then now I'm just saving up for the Tank Fest in June. I've only got my hotel and the travel expenses. It's £190 so far.
Mm-hmm.
I need
there you go.
spending money. It's like for food, model kits, beer, model kits, beer.
Sounds like a good life.
I think you can get a load of bargains off when I go down there.
I'm seeing what you're posting there, Mike, or at least have up on screen share. Talk more. Is that the Woody or not? What is that? You just showed
That's
that.
the 49 Mercury Woody that I'm working on. That's first prime. That's that's the Badger primer, the styrolines. It sticks real well. I'm impressed with it. It paints over good. I should have used it probably on the pink car instead of the Vallejo primer. But I'm not sure that when I hold things up here, this is with the brown on it over the primer and a clear coat. That's the what is it? No, that's the where is it? It's the gloss varnish over the tan color. And so these pieces, like that, they're one color, and then there's decals for in the panels, for the plywood inside the panels. And I have been looking at Yushi's website. He's done one of these with his products, and if I have any money left next month, I might order that. What it basically is you get the undercoat the correct color for what you're doing, and the wood grain decals that he has, or transfers, he calls them transfers. They're the black lines, the real fine things. In the photos on the box, it shows the dash having been wood grained. And there's no wood grain decal in the kit. And I know that Jay knows how to wood grain.
Yeah, I put it in one of my videos.
Has demonstrated it with. I just don't. Yeah. Artist oil colors.
That's cheap little. You go to a like a Hobby Lobby or something, and they have beginners oil paint sets that have got like 12 or 14 colors for less than $10, and I can pretty much guarantee those tubes are all you will ever need for the rest of your life. Because you use so little.
This is a.
Well, let's move on. There's a lot of. Okay, I have here the Benjamin Yagi, I think, or Yaji, has built his first rusty car.
Yeah.
And I have to be amused by it because one of my favorite movies as a kid was Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah.
But that was number 53, right?
Yeah, 53.
Yeah, that was a 53. Yeah, and it was a 1968 bug that they used, I believe. But this is just a fun kit. Oh, he put in a diorama. Got a street corner or a street curb there, and he's got a couple of bottles and cigarette butts. Very cool setting there. Boy, isn't that awesome? Look at the peeled paint. This is a really fun kit, or a really fun build, I should say. Yeah, rust is eating it away. Oh, go back. I can see his camera in the hubcap.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Let's see what else is in his room. Oh, that is so neat. No, this is not a 68. This looks like a 1931.
No, it's got the small tail lights and the small back window, but it's not a split back window.
No.
So it would probably be like a 59.
59?
Yeah, something like that, because he's small back window, small tail lights.
Really cool.
Herbie could not have been a 69 because the movie came out in 68.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a 68. I would have thought it'd be a 68.
It probably was more like a
64?
more like a 61 to 65 in that area.
Yeah.
I personally don't know, and on Wikipedia,
I saw
they don't actually say they reference the 61 to the 65, but
yeah. I saw the one that's stretched.
Mm-hmm.
The two parts apart, and there's orbs at the top, two at the bottom, which they blue screened out or whatever. But that's when in the movie it splits apart.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in the parking lot. Very amazing, and the engine ran and it was drivable.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. In Burbank, I was in Burbank with me. I saw it in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Well, you see things in California sometimes. You just
now I want to build a model of Herbie.
Well, you know, in the intro to this show, I said paper, plastic, and wood modelers, and I do believe we received our first wood modeler.
Shipbuilder.
Wow.
Oh yes.
This is, oh boy, look at all that rigging to do. It's like a battleship gun with the tank, with the cannons.
so would that be that'd be a sloop of war?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this detail.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be considered a sixth rate. Maybe 18-pounder guns.
I would not only rig the ship, but I would tie myself up because I would be fit to be tied.
Well, they're interesting to build. There's I used to do wood ship modeling, and there's two kinds. The first kind is the classic, where you're making the planks and laying them down on the ribbing and such. That's actually kind of rare to do them that way because it really takes a long time, and you pretty much have to have the skill of a boatway to be able to actually, build them that way. The second way, and the most common, is that's the second way, which is still very, very good. What happens is that first layer of wood that goes down is like basswood or something like that, and then after you've laid those down and sanded it and gotten everything real nice and pretty, you lay down a second layer of wood on top of that is like a veneer, thin strips of veneer that you glue on, and that are quite probably made of the actual material that the boat was made of, oak or whatever. It takes a long time, but boy, does it make some beautiful models.
Yeah, it does. It would take a long time to build something like this. You'd have to be extraordinarily patient for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure There's rivet counters like, oh, you rigged that one rope wrong. It's supposed to be over the other rope, not underneath it.
Yeah, you think in the regular plastic modeling groups there is a lot of rivet counters. You've encountered nothing unless you go up among the people who build the wooden ship models. You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say that would have to be historically correct. You know, what was that, Mike?
Micro Mart sells model ships, both the clinker built and the solid hull ones. They sell those, and the stuff to rig it with too.
Yeah.
Look at all the pulleys.
I like his sense of humor there. Yeah. Put the model on a blue T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very first wooden model I ever built was given to me as a Christmas present by, I'm sure, someone who really hated me, because it was a block of balsa wood with the outline drawn on it, and the instructions were basically cut away everything that doesn't look like the boat.
Yeah.
You know.
I can see Wayne doing one of those.
No, my uncle's doing my uncle does the wooden ship. But he's building a wooden hood, the battle cruiser hood. I think it's 1/35th scale.
Oh my God. Wow.
Well, I even have a fantasy to build everything that's named Enterprise too, not just lighted cars. And that would require the HMS Enterprise or Enterprise.
Well, if you want to get technical, Jack, there were 7 wooden ships named Enterprise.
Oh, there you go.
But there's really only one that is considered. I believe the very first Enterprise that was part of the United States Navy. I think it was the first ship in what became the United States Navy.
It was a battleship that was basically stolen by the British Navy from the Spanish.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
Yeah. The United States might have stolen it from England. I'm not sure, but I think Enterprise was the first one, and there's a new aircraft carrier, Enterprise.
Oh, you're saying that the ship was stolen by the Americans to be a British ship, or the British stole it to be a British ship. I don't know. What are you saying?
It might have been a British prize ship, and then it was probably already in a harbor at the time of the Revolution, and they commandeered it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. See if I can find it.
A ship of war, or a man of war, or a frigate.
I think I'm talking the HMS, the Enterprise HMS.
Well, the HMS Enterprise, there were more than those. There more than just one. Hold on. Actually, there were a whole lot of HMS Enterprises. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the first one that was considered an American ship or a United States ship.
Well, you're looking at that. I have some eye candy for Wayne and modelers like himself.
Humvee.
Chad is working on a diorama for this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think, Wayne? Does it cut the mustard?
Right.
I certainly like the paint on this. So what did you find out there, Mr. Jay?
Well, an HMS Enterprise, sometimes spelt with a Z, was
Yes.
okay, that was actually built in England, and it served throughout the American Revolutionary War as a cruiser and convoy escort. I'm trying to see what happened to it. Yes, we'll find out eventually.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to thank you all for joining us. And wow, this has been a pretty good hangout, I would say, for a Sunday night. I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty laid back on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But if this is your first time joining us for this hangout and want to view the other hangouts on Google Plus, go to my channel at Scratch and Jack, and go ahead and like this and subscribe. If you don't like this, it's a thumbs down. But see, that's just who you are. Anyway, be sure to join us next couple of weeks from today for not just the Sunday hangout, but the day before on a Saturday. That would be the Across the Pond. And I'd like to thank Heath for joining us. Of course, his battery ran low, and he's out for the count. And I'd like to thanks James for stopping by. And James, I will never forgive you for getting me involved with the Enterprise E.
Have fun.
So thank you. And Jay, it's nice to see you. It's good that you're doing better. And I'd like to see more of your stuff. Of course, not just the helmet. Oh, I don't even know the villain's name anymore. What's the villain's name?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. It doesn't roll off my tongue as easy as Darth Vader, but
or something Solo if you go by that, because that's his other name. I don't know.
So with the time delay and all that, thanks, Mike, for stopping by.
You're welcome.
And thanks, Wayne, for stopping by, too, and sharing what you have. And this is your host, Scratch and Jack, for the Amazing Scale Modelers Hangouts. Good night and happy modeling, everyone. Bye.
Night.